my family goes out to eat, I knit and eat nothing because I have lymphocytic colitis. Hi there, welcome to my chronic illness journey. My name is Shay McIntosh Ford and I live in Tulsa with my husband, our 2 boys, and our little puppy. I was diagnosed with lymphocytic colitis last April following my bout with COVID-19. This is a vlog about how it affects my day-to-day life. I record what I eat and when, and I drink only water, bone broth, and for now, coffee. Though as you will see, I do occasionally drink a glass of wine for pain. Because colitis is an irritable bowel disease, I also talk about when I go to the bathroom, because it can be more than once a day. And every time it's a bad one, I take this store brand of Imodium and bismuth, which you'll see. Diet most certainly matters, and I'm trying to figure out what works for me. And if you suffer from colitis, I hope that whatever I'm trying might help you. And with that said, here's my week. I don't like when this happens. I've got my 4 ounces of beef heart in there, ready for the salt and butter. And then I've got this much left, which is too much to add to that. So I have a feeling I'm just gonna end up tomorrow cutting it up and blending it with some ground lamb or bison, something like that. I'm recording from my phone because hubby stole the computer from me. I'm ready to eat. I've got my beef heart and my coffee, which I'm not gonna hold it up because I don't want to spill it. I thought about eating liver this morning because it's Sunday, but I realized because it's beef heart, I should probably make that my first meal. That way, if I wait until 7:30 tonight to eat again, it's not a big deal. It's liver, it's not gonna make me stay awake. And I'm still feeling pretty good. I have no BMs at all. Yesterday, I did end up drinking that glass of wine. I just needed it to fall asleep because of the cramping. I haven't had a bowel movement since the day before yesterday. I don't know what I'm gonna name my dessert today. Maybe pumpkin pie. We'll see if I even need it. Yeah, I kind of knew that was gonna happen today. Woke up with a little bit of cramping this morning, but it wasn't as bad as yesterday, so I was feeling a little better this morning, but yeah, kind of expected this. But the really cool thing is we were doing our worship service online because Charlie's still trying to catch up on school, so we just stayed home. I felt like I had to go, but I managed to wait like 15 to 20 minutes. As soon as it was over, I just rushed to the bathroom. Glad I was able to do that. I get my pumpkin pie today. And again. Of course, I'm recording and he leaves the door open. Pumpkin pie. No. This is Twizzlers. I went to a movie yesterday. This is Twizzlers. Every time I eat it, it becomes a different dessert.
What? How does that work?
You wouldn't understand.
Nope.
This is Twizzlers because that was my favorite candy before I had to go gluten-free 10 years ago. 11 years ago. And again, this is what makes this condition so frustrating, is its unpredictability. So here we go. This time it is pumpkin pie. I do this every time because my doctor told me, so I like boxes of these things. I don't know if it's really helping. I'm assuming it is, but that's my 3rd trip to the bathroom today for that reason. I don't know. It's another reason why I am giving up coffee. So I'm not eating yet, but I'm getting ready to. I'm going to cook my liver, and the reason I'm recording now is because 1, we're getting ready to watch Sunday Night Football, and 2, hubby needs the MacBook here in a bit because he has a Zoom meeting with the Youth Scout leaders. He's very involved with our Boy Scouts group, but yes, I am going to be eating liver. So far so good, no other issues. I did have some belly noise and I was worried it's gonna have to go another time. I'm okay, and the cramping is down. Hopefully I won't need any wine tonight because I know that probably doesn't help me either. I hate this back and forth and up and down, and I want consistency even when I have mild stress in my life. I'm gonna try straight carnivore again, specifically lion diet. Although I'm gonna keep the ghee butter in for now because when I don't have tallow, if the ranch doesn't have the beef suet where I can make the tallow is basically beef fat, then I use the ghee butter, and I like the ghee butter. It doesn't have casein or lactose, so I seem to be okay with that. We'll see what happens when I cut out the coffee and tea and the wine. Hopefully I won't have to drink that. I think that might be it for the day. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. I'm actually hungry this morning, so this is bison, ground bison. I put what was left of my beef heart in here, so like here's a little chunk of beef heart. I didn't video it because I don't normally make something like this. I mean, it works, but I will be videoing tomorrow. I'm going to be making bone broth. All of the fat and meat and collagen and extra little bits that come off the bone when you make a bone broth, I save that and I mix it with ground bison and ground lamb. So I'll show you all that. So that's basically what I did with the beef heart, but there was like literally 1.5 ounces left of the beef heart, and so it was not nearly enough for a full meal. This is actually a little bit more than what I would normally eat. This is a lot of protein, a full bowl. I'm actually kind of hungry today, which is a good thing, I guess, right? And I got my coffee, went ahead and I said I was gonna wait a week, but I'm really ready to have a more even reaction to stress. I went ahead and decreased it by a cup today. Just 2 cups. I'm gonna miss coffee. Maybe I can just get away with 1 cup a day. The reason I reincorporated it is because coffee has some benefits. It has magnesium and potassium, which do stimulate your bowels. So that's why everybody has to poop after they drink a coffee. I don't want to drink too much of it because I don't need that much magnesium and potassium, but lymphocytic colitis does not allow my body to absorb those nutrients very efficiently. There's got to be a balance somewhere. Like, I need it, but I can't have too much of it. You know what I mean? I forgot to say that there is plenty of ghee butter in here. It's just, it all kind of sinks to the bottom. So every time I take a spoonful, I have to give it a really good stir. And I can't show it to you because I'll spill it. Almost normal, and so close to normal, I'm gonna just skip these. So no dessert right now. I think I figured out what is causing all my extra cramping today. That time of the month is starting a week early. This is actually kind of funny because the book that I'm writing, my main character is doing everything she can, specifically by not eating and eating as absolutely little as possible to keep from that particular function from happening. Set in 1899. She has no choice at one point because she has to dress like a boy and she doesn't want anything to give her away. That's for a different show. The problem is the typical over-the-counter meds like Midol and Pamprin and all of those. The last time I checked, they're not gluten-free. A glass of wine it is. I'm gonna try not to. We'll see how bad it gets by the evening. No other issues today, and I'm not hungry, so just the 1 meal today. So I'll eat the rest of that because I made 2 bowls and I'll eat the rest tomorrow. I'm just really cold. Both our boys are in Boy Scouts and they had their Court of Honor tonight. And that church building was freezing. I'm still crampy. It was okay while we were sitting, but then when everyone was standing around waiting for the scouts to get their snacks and treats and then have their turns, all the stuff that I couldn't eat, I'm like, nope. I'm gonna go sit and wait in the car because I can turn the heater on. It was cold, and I'm still cold. And I've got my little heater on, and I know there's noise in the background, and I'm sorry, but I am just cold. I'm still crampy. I am pretty certain it's menstrual cramps. It's the only way I'm gonna be able to fall asleep tonight. Good morning. Time to eat. The handle on this particular bowl gets really hot when I microwave it, so I need a little paper towel to help me hang on to it. And I got my coffee. Part of me is really hoping that I will be able to keep at least 1 cup a day because I do need the magnesium and potassium. So far, I'm having cramping this morning, but I think it's all menstrual because there's really no belly noise and I don't feel like I have to go. In the middle of that, I roasted the bones like you saw. And the reason it stopped is because I forgot to hit record. I put the bones in, once they're done roasting, I put them in the Instant Pot. You want the fat that trickles off the bones as you roast them, you want to spoon that off and put it in the pot. You put all that in the pot, you put in the water all the way to the max level, and then you put in the salt. Then I realized I forgot to hit record. But all that to say, I will be linking the recipe down below. It's just like with some other recipes I follow, I only use the cooking guidelines for the Instant Pot. I don't put in all of the spices or anything like that because I can't handle it. I actually had made bone broth once and tried onions in it and I totally had a reaction, so I gave all that broth to my husband. So no spices, no flavorings of any kind, so it's just the bones, the fat, the meat, the salt, and the water. So on to the next step. And this is why you don't make broth too late in the day. Because now I don't have enough jars. I usually need about 12 jars, and that's 8. The rest of them are in the dishwasher. I am going to be up late tonight. I hate staying up so late. But I didn't know that most of the jars were in the dishwasher. And of course, our boys do the dishes, and it takes forever to talk them into it. I haven't even watched the video yet. I'm assuming it's okay. But now I have to sit and wait because I don't think you're supposed to put the jars in the fridge right away. They need a chance to seal with the heat. And that's actually what's nice about the Instant Pot, is that it keeps it warm until you're ready to do your thing. But now I gotta wait for the jars to cool down before I can put them in the refrigerator. And you put them in the refrigerator overnight and then the freezer the next day. I should have started this morning. But other than that, I haven't had any issues today. None. I didn't have to run to the bathroom at all, except to pee. But I am crampy. Here's to being female. Good night. Good morning. It is Wednesday, so this morning's meal is liver with my cracklins on top. Those are beef cracklins, not pork cracklins. But the liver is cooked in ghee instead of tallow because I'm all out of tallow. And of course, I have my coffee. So far, so good today. I actually feel fine, not even cramping right now. Halfway through my meal, my belly started making a lot of noise. So I get dessert. Today it's a lemon bar. Boy, I haven't had a lemon bar in forever. So the liver actually came out okay. Parts of it were a little dry, but it was a lot of food. The liver comes in like 1 pound packages, so I tend to split it. I was eating in thirds, but the last time I did that, the third helping went bad, so I had to throw it out. So I try to eat it in halves so that it doesn't go bad, because I don't like reheating my liver. Not good that way. It's best when it's cooked fresh. My belly's not too noisy at the moment, but I've got some spasming going on, so I think it was just a little too much food. Round 2 for the day. Candy corn. I'm one of those people that like candy corn, but I can't eat it anymore. Maybe that's why I find these kind of sweet. So I didn't have any other issues really today as far as like not going to the bathroom, that sort of thing. I decided not to eat again. I'm still kind of full from breakfast. That was a lot of liver. I will eat tomorrow. I will actually show you what I do with the leftover fatty bits from the bone broth, but I am gonna have a glass of wine. I almost wasn't going to, except that it was really, really windy today, and a section of our back fence blew down, and so we had a lost puppy for about 20 minutes after sundown, and we were running around the neighborhood looking for her, and that just... Let's play a game. Let's play Guess What's Causing the Pain? Is it A, losing the puppy for 20 minutes? B, eating too much liver for breakfast? C, too much coffee still? D, my family glutened me because there's bread and crumbs all over this kitchen? Or E, any of the above? The right answer, E. Congratulations to you winners. Good morning. What you did not see in that little sped up montage because of the speed was how the second chunk of ground lamb dropped into the pan because it slipped out of my fingers and it splashed hot butter all over the inside of my hand. And you can't see it because it's getting blown out, but especially like right on my wrist. The skin is really sensitive now. Lots of fun, right? And that's also why Scout was licking the floor even after I tried to wipe up a lot of the butter. At least it wasn't fully hot yet. I've got my breakfast. So you saw me split it into thirds, so this is 3 meals. And it's a great way actually to stretch out the cost of your food. And of course, starting next episode, I'll be down to 1 cup a day. Hopefully that'll fix everything, but I might just have to go to 0. Not looking forward to that. I haven't had any colitis issues today. No trips to the bathroom in that sense. I'm feeling okay, except that I'm really crampy, and it's definitely not colitis cramps. My husband and I had this running joke because I'm getting ready to, I have like 1 or 2 days every month where it's the heavy day, and so we have this joke of gravity reversing itself. All day long, I've been waiting for gravity to reverse itself, and it hasn't happened. I'm like, can we just get this over with, please? I'm ready to be done. I'm not sure I'm gonna eat again this afternoon or this evening. I might. It's like only 6 right now, and I might eat. If I do, I'll let you know, but I think it's just gonna be a glass of wine and go to bed because I'm really hurting. Good morning. I got my ring light on this morning because it still feels like it's 7 a.m. It's really dark out today. There's a big storm system just south of us. I did not eat, obviously, because I didn't show you last night, but I did drink my wine. I'm feeling a little better today, so hopefully that part's passed. I got my breakfast, my next serving of the ground lamb with the leftover bits from the bone broth. Good stuff. Lots of collagen and nutrients, and I know a lot of people are probably very grossed out by it, especially when, you know, you've got like big fatty chunks like that, but it's really healthy stuff. And of course, finishing up my coffee. We are going to my in-laws for Christmas, and I've decided that I'm not going to give up my last cup until after Christmas. I want my treat, my real treat, not my fake one. There's a bit of a thunderstorm going on this morning, so I am in the closet again with my second cup of coffee, my writing, and my knitting, and my anti-diarrheals just in case I need them. But I forgot to bring water. Maybe she'll let me go out and get some water later. My bone broth for the day, and it always makes me chuckle because it looks like crushed peppermint candy on white chocolate, like a peppermint bark. It's salt on a layer of fat. The other thing is, and I can't do this one-handed with the camera, when you hold it in one hand and you just kind of bang on the jar, you can feel the jiggle, like jello. It might seem like it's very thin broth because of the color, but I think because I don't put vegetables in it, it can't get any darker, but it definitely gels. So I was prepared to eat at 6, but there was more thunder and our chicken dog pushed me into the closet again. So I was there for about 30 minutes. Actually, it was 5:30. My son was ready. He was done with school, so we went out to Red Robin to celebrate. I was going to eat beforehand, but they both needed showers. They were really stinky, and it took a lot of effort to do all that, and I just didn't get a chance to eat before we left for Red Robin. Here I am at 8:30 eating. I don't like to eat late, but I was a little hungry. I've been feeling fine all day. Still a little crampy, so I'm probably going to have that last glass of wine, but that's all menstrual, but that's subsiding. It's not as bad as it was yesterday. I've only had to go pee, and that's it. Good morning. I'm not ready to eat yet. I just wanted to pop on to say I did have a bowel movement last night. Well, early this morning. It's about 5:30. It was almost normal, so I didn't bother with the anti-diarrheals. I do think the reduction in coffee is helping. I'm thinking about making the coffee early this morning without the food because I really want some coffee. I might try to wait. Now I'm going to have my first meal of the day. This time I used bison. So this is ground bison with the bone broth bits. And then of course, my coffee. I did decide to wait. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna go down to just the 1 cup a day. But I am feeling better. No other issues. So I actually had a BM about 40 minutes ago, but I didn't want to record just then because hubby was sitting right there at the dinner table eating his lunch. So yeah, but it was almost normal. So again, I'm skipping on the over-the-counter meds. I'm okay. I'm gonna miss coffee. I will leave it here. I hope I've helped you. Please don't hesitate to ask any questions in the comments down below. I would love to answer them. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye. I'm thinking about I'm thinking